I actually streaming? I think it's on YouTube, so it's streaming. Starting. Done another 2-inch report. 2-inch hail near Buena Vista Grade School in Taylors. Okay, I'm live. Cool. I think I'm live.
Says that you're streaming.
Oh, you know why? I'm live, but I don't have our actual I'm gonna show the link in the integral part. Am I on here? Okay, cool. I'm on here. Alright, everyone. Hang on, just giving bearings here real quick. We're we're doing our live stream here at the Hill Palace, and we're talking about the storms that have been happening across the South Carolina area. Derek had been on here. This has been going on for a couple hours now, talking about the storms that moved through Greer, Greenville, and Taylor, South Carolina. The reason I came back is mainly because this is now going to be a 5-star hail map. Other than the fact that it's been hailing, at least golf ball size hail, with us sending consistent text alerts to our clients talking about the hail for, God, over an hour now. We have a couple very impressive pictures that came in of up to baseball size hail that fell. I'm actually going to bring it onto the screen right now. We're going to jump right onto this. And this is a very impressive picture of hail that came in here. This isn't the only picture. We've had a couple pictures happen in it says Greenville's east side. It's really in about probably closer to Greer, the far western sides of Greer and parts of Taylor's. They got absolutely pounded for a while here of up to baseball size hail. So any of you just joining our stream now, this is a picture from the Greer area that we had tweeted, that we found a picture of on a tweet of a baseball size hail, and I'm trying to actually get like an exact location of this, but we have not had any response to that yet. But currently right now we see the storm. We've had multiple reports of 2-inch golf ball size hail as the storm continues just to really pound the area. And hang on, I'm going to bring up our radar now of what's happening right now. So this storm, it looks like kind of a mess on radar. I'm going to bring it down to 2 panels. Our usual, we're able to see everything going on in the correlation coefficient, or the CCs, and usually it's pretty clear as day to see where the hail is falling. This one's a little challenging because Greer's basically the northern part of South Carolina, everywhere for Greenville, Spartanburg, and Greer. It all comes from the radar that's located at the airport, which is basically in the center of the area. So as the storms approach town, they get close to the airport, and it cuts the tops off of the storm, essentially. So it makes it very hard to see. But I'm going to roll the radar back here. a big indicator of extremely large hail. I've rolled the radar back about an hour now. We have here, you can see all the greens lining up with the radar returns. This definitely indicates that we have, oh, sorry, Peter's running so that we have hail that up to baseball size hail fell. So there's lots of very large hail. We have the picture indicating that. We have a couple other pictures that came through as well. I just shared the one I liked the best. And so that storm moved through the international airport, and the National Weather Service office reported golf ball size hail right at their office. And now we have another storm, I'm going to roll this back, that came down basically through the same area where this area of Taylor's got hit for over half an hour, and now is moving through the area again with hail probably close to golf ball size. Wouldn't be surprised if it's dropping golf ball size hail again. And even if it isn't, there's been just so much hail that has fallen. Just the sheer volume of hail has been absolutely absurd in this area. The places have been completely covered in white. Much like this storm that went through Cleveland, Tennessee, all these storms that have happened today have been very high volume. I got to reopen GR Earth, which is our general overview that I use on here. My computer's been struggling a little bit, so I'm got a lot going on. Further,
What's going up near the Knoxville metro area?
really? Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to switch over to that in a second. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see the general overview. Surprising storm here. We actually had just in pretty much the middle of nowhere in Texas, we had some quarter-size hail. Just kind of crazy, showing how things have been evolving today. The main show. Oh wow, yeah, we got some storms. We got some storms currently popping up in the Knoxville area, or just to the west of the Knoxville area. I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out. This is ahead of the big line of storms. You know, the Nashville area. You guys are all completely in the clear now, but we have this line of storms heading into basically Chattanooga right now, and the real story is anything off to the east. So Georgia, you're getting plenty of storms happening right now. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone, guys. My phone's going off, pretty much going off the hook here. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything important. Oh boy. All right, so we got a warning here in Knoxville. It just happened. So we got quarter-size hail. I'm going to bring that radar up. Okay, I got a bunch of radars. I'm going to close out my Atlanta radar. I don't need that right now. Continuing across the Greer area. Man, the storm. I'm probably going to have to I'm going to do something here on our live stream that we haven't done before. I'm going to send a text message out for our subscribers. So you're going to get a little inside look on how we send our texts, as we're pretty strained here at the Hale Palace. So I have to do more than just do some live streaming. So give me a second here. So basically, for those of you who don't know, we have a option in our, one of the things in our service that we provide to our subscribers who pay for our city, state, or nation plans. You're able to get text alerts for when our maps are online and for when hail of golf ball size or larger falls in a town of 10,000 or more. The Greenville area of South Carolina definitely falls into that category. All right, this is in Greer. So I'm sending one for Greer right now, Greer, South Carolina. I'm saying it's golf ball size hail. And I'm saying, we're probably, for those of you guys watching here, maybe watching this a little bit, you might be getting pretty good at picking out where the big hail is. But I'm saying, for this one, we're saying probably, this is probably a good spot right here. This is Old Spartanburg Road. And let's get a connecting road in here. South Batesville Road. And that's golf ball size hail. That's definitely occurring in this storm right now. It's pretty much in a lot of the same areas that were affected earlier just a little over an hour ago. And the storm has been training over the same spot. I wouldn't be surprised if the airport gets a pretty good hailstorm right now as it's moving over directly over the radar. Oops, all right. So we got any other new reports that have come in while we're sitting here? We got tons of hail reports coming in this area. And all right, we're gonna take a look at. I believe the Knoxville radar is loaded up now. Yes, it is. All right, let's look at these storms here. Wow, man. Boy, we talk about hail spikes. Look at this hail spike here. This is clear as day. Even if you're not trained in this at all, you could see that something is up in this storm. There is some big hail falling. Wow, man, this storm. When did the storm go up?
It's either really big hail or a lot of it.
Yes, so there's either very large hail in this storm right now, just to the northwest of however you say it, city in Tennessee here, and it is moving. Let's see, it's going pretty much southeast. Gonna go directly into this city here. And so there's either a ton of hail or there is a ton of very large hail. Based off of the trends I've seen so far today of the storms that have happened today, I would definitely say there is large hail in here. I don't think it's up to like baseballs or anything crazy, but probably for sure golf ball size hail. I need to also check 1 second here, guys. I make sure if this falls in our texting city area. So another little behind the scenes thing you get to see here. Anywhere highlighted in blue is where we send out text. Oh, yep. I'm gonna have to do that at some point. But so we got a lot going on. It's turned into a pretty busy afternoon this morning. We had some storms that happened across the Joplin, Missouri area, some quarter to isolated ping pong ball size hail there. There was a solid break in the middle of the day, so everyone here at Hail Trace was able to eat some lunch and catch up on a couple things. And now we've really been rocking and rolling and no real stopping since. So it doesn't look like we're going to be ending anytime fairly soon. We have these storms right now that are heading towards the Knoxville area, and we also will have a storm. As these storms continue to progress, we may have them head towards the Atlanta area a little bit later. We really have to see. And I'm not promising anything for the Atlanta, Georgia area, but the way the storms have been today, all it takes is a real quick spin up, a real quick storm to pop up right ahead of the line and race to the northeast, and if it happens to be near Atlanta, then we might see a bunch of quick hit of big hail. Alright, so this storm's just outside Knoxville here, and it formed moments ago, and they warned it pretty quickly. I agree with that. It looks like we have quarter-size hail already starting to fall out of this storm just outside Knoxville. We're going to watch it very carefully, as it's going to move directly into the Knoxville area, and not even that long, next like 20 minutes or so, and that's plenty of time for this storm to really get its act together. Lenoir City, Lenoir City, whichever the name is, get ready. You're going to be imminently seeing very large hail across the area. And even further south is kind of Loudon. I believe you're getting popped pretty good with some severe hail as well. So we've got quite a few storms going on once again in Tennessee. Tennessee wound down a little bit for a while after Cleveland got hit, as the main action started moving off to the east and south, and the wind was beginning to take over here. But we have supercells forming up just outside Knoxville. We have all these storms happening. Oh, looks like we got a couple showers trying to pop up in the Atlanta area right now. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. A lot going on, guys. So if it seems like total train of consciousness, it kind of is. I'm seeing things as you guys are seeing them. The storm here, we have currently over the radar in Greer. Any of you just joining us, the Greer, South Carolina storm we have is a 5-star map. We've seen pictures of baseball-sized hail. No reports, official reports of baseball-sized hail. Lots of reports of golf ball to 2-inch size hail. And this storm is continuing to drop golf ball-sized hail, as we had a second one form and move through the area currently. Same area that been hit. Very long hail times. It's going to be a pretty impressive storm we've seen so far. Overall, the total zoom out here, anywhere from this line, so just east of Murfreesboro, and anywhere pretty much from Chattanooga points west in Tennessee, you are done. No more severe weather for you guys for the rest of today. It's over. Everyone, like Knoxville, Chattanooga itself, I wouldn't be surprised if something drops some marginally severe here real quick. And anywhere down south here, Atlanta, Calhoun, the whole Atlanta metro area, you are still at risk for storms. Places further east, such as Gainesville and even, let's see, Athens. They got storm forming right by the Athens area. But this whole area, this whole part of Georgia here that's under severe thunderstorm watch, you are still at risk for storms as the evening wears on. And South Carolina, pretty much the Greer, Greenville area. Areas that have been hit with hail, you may be getting hit with hail for a second time very soon here. All right, we're going to check back in with the Greer storm, and right now, yes, as I figured, I haven't really been checking the radar of it because it looks like it was going to be quite a mess, and it is. It's very hard to see what's happening as it's directly over the radar right now. So I can just promise you guys that there's large hail falling in the areas that have been hit with large hail already, up to baseball-size hail. Again, fell in portions of Greer, Taylors, and Greenville. That map is available as a 5-star map on hailtrace.com. Check that out. You're watching probably on hailtrace.com right now, so you can check that out pretty easily if you go to your dashboard. All right, we're going to jump back over here with the Knoxville radar. Here we go. We got the storm. Man, boy, this storm definitely has a pretty solid hail core in it as it's heading towards Lenoir City. Wouldn't be surprised if it's dropping a lot of golf ball size hail as it's hitting the far northern reaches of town right along Highway 321. All right, the storm's strengthening here. I'm going to definitely keep a very close eye on this in Knoxville. I'm actually going to take 1 second. I'm going to get myself a drink of water and go to the bathroom real quick. Sorry if there's a little TMI for you guys, but I got to stop for just a second. I'm going to keep the stream going. I'm going to go get myself resituated here because it looks like we may be in it for the long haul here for Knoxville. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm refreshed and ready to go here. Looks like I've had the radar up for the Knoxville area as this storm is strengthening as it's heading towards Knoxville, Tennessee. Oh man, boy, further. All right, we got a radar update. Yes, no, yeah, it's definitely strengthening. We are rapidly approaching Knoxville here. We're currently in Powell. We got a little radar. We got a little bit of a radar spike already, a hail spike happening in the storm that's forming very rapidly just to the north of Knoxville. We're heading into Knoxville. I'm actually I gotta send out a text alert to our subscribers in a second here, because I did not alert our Tennessee clients about this, and I definitely am going to alert them now. As the storm is heading towards Knoxville, the hail sizes are increasing very quickly. There we go. For where?
This is a picture from Loudon.
Okay, oh, the weaker one that was off to the south.
Oh, yeah, probably at its peak.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so very high volumes of hail on these two storms down here. All right, the Lenoir City one looks like it's weakening as it's entering town. All right. We got Frankie here in the office trying to look up pictures for some confirmation. Heather is behind me. She's mapping diligently. Oh, wow, we got the marker going up again. This storm, of all of them right now, the one heading towards Knoxville looks the best. This is kind of a mess down here in Lenoir City and Loudon, but here in Knoxville, the storm is uninhibited by anything. It's on its own, and it's very rapidly strengthening as it's moving in towards town. So those of you just joining us, we have storms happening just to the north of Knoxville, Tennessee. We have, looks like hail sizes went very quickly from no storm to probably dropping up to ping pong ball size hail now. We got a hail spike starting to show up. Very curious to see what this next frame is going to be, because we'll be moving into Knoxville in the next 5 or 6 minutes here. We already have a 5-star map happen today in the Greer and Greenville area as this starts. See, you can see it right now, actually. We have, is that golf balls again? Yep.
Yeah.
We have golf ball size hail at the NWS GSP office and at the airport again. So I got golf ball size hail twice at the international airport. I got some text for that as well. You're sending lots of text messages here, guys. This is a pretty exciting day. I'm really pushing out the value of our texting service here because we are sending out these texts as we're seeing them to our clients. All right, we got a new warning. Let's see. And just real valuable stuff for you guys. So here we go. We got send another text message. This one I know just because of I trust the National Weather Service employees. They go out and they actually map this. They will go out and actually measure the hail falling outside their front door. So got. It's the Greenville, Spartanburg International Airport. Bam. Okay, guys, now that we got that out of the way, we are golden to continue our coverage here for this Knoxville storm. All right, so there's no signs of weakening as it's moving pretty much south-southeastward towards the okay so northwest side. Yeah, northwest side of Knoxville here, moving to the south-southwest. So this section of town where I'm carrying my arrow, you are in the line of fire. I'm going to bring this down to 2 panels for you guys so it's a little less cluttered here. And so right now we have pretty good size hail probably falling on West Emory Road, and that is going to continue to move south-southeastward into the Knoxville area. We'll be sending out text messages for this probably fairly soon as this thing really is getting itself together a little bit better here. I'm just curious to see if we got any reports coming in right now.
I'm looking at pictures.
It
looks like for now it's mainly a ton of marginally severe hail.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me too much. The hail sizes are still going up. So we got marginally severe hail. So a quarter size hail, probably a lot of little hail because you had the hail sizes growing back here. And now we're probably starting to finally get some fallout as the storm continues to strengthen. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get some much bigger hail falling a little bit further south in this region here as this storm is continuing to make its moves. Oh, we got Derek moving into the background here of this storm going into the Knoxville area. Now, Derek was streaming earlier of the hail that happened in the Greenville and Greer area. We had 2 storms that happened. The first one dropped up to baseball-sized hail in sections of Greenville and Greer, and now the second one is dropping golf ball-sized hail again in the same areas that had already been hit. So just the sheer volumes of hail, regardless of what the what our house count actually would have been, would have made this a 5-star map. All right, we have. Okay. Okay, so we got some stuff. Also, I'm going to take a second just because I'm overhearing what Derek's talking about to the other members of the Weather Center here. Storm's starting to fire up around the Atlanta area. Oh, we're going to do some split coverage here?
Dual coverage
dual
here.
coverage. We can do dual coverage. Let me move my camera. Let's see if I can get this to go. Hang on, guys. Hope you're not motion sick or anything. Dang. I don't know. Alright, well, Derek, you'll be able to hear Derek. So, Derek's welcome to talk whenever. He's right next to me as we're talking about these storms here. So we got a whole bunch of them trying to fire up in the Atlanta area right now. So these could very quickly go severe. They have been so far today. 1 second there's no storm, and then 5 minutes later we look over and we see a bunch of hail reports already in and severe thunderstorm warning. We're like, holy crap, what's going on? So we got to watch this very carefully. The east sides of the Atlanta metro over by Lawrenceville. It's got storms over Athens right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we squeeze out a couple of marginally severe things. We got a storm over coming right now. That one looks like that has the biggest promise of seeing hail happening fairly soon. All right, let's Greer and Greenville. I'm gonna take 1 second. I'm actually gonna try to see if it looks any easier to read on. Not entirely. It's
What does it look like with the VLD on it?
all right. Let's bring up. Yeah, I mean, it went right over the radar. It's maintaining its strength.
I crossed it over, so.
So yeah,
it
crossed
should be-
over, and we're
Should be doing whatever it was doing on the other side of the
so
radar.
yeah. So we're probably still dropping golf ball size hail as we're moving. Let's move about this way. So towards Reedville right now, little town of Moore later. It's starting to. I think it's starting to leave the main areas of population. So we're gonna try to focus. Oh, I don't need Nashville radar up anymore. We're gonna try to focus in on here. Okay, all right, yeah, it's starting to look a little bit better here in Knoxville. We're knocking on Knoxville's door right now with this storm as it's moving in. The hail sizes are probably going up currently. A little bit a while ago, it was probably dropping marginally severe hail. Now we're moving into probably in terms of the hail trace swath territory. We're starting to move into some orange swath, some ping pong ball size hail starting to fall down as of right now. So we will find out with you guys how, or you're going to find out with us how well this storm will be doing.
That's what like coming look like.
Lenore City right now, we have hail. Looks to be probably just marginally severe. It looked much better a little bit earlier, but now it looks like it's weakening a little bit. The Loudoun and Lenore City storms kind of cancel each other out. And now the Knoxville storm is kind of taken over as the primary storm for producing solid hail. And this is moving down southeastward. So places like the Middlebrook Pike or the I-75.
Right here.
You know,
Just trying to redevelop. Right
yeah,
here.
yeah, like right in here. It looks like
Inflow notch.
yeah, it's pretty easy to see here. This little spot on the radar, if you guys can see here, little notch. That's the inflow notch. So that's the storm, the supercell, trying to keep it redeveloped even further and keep itself a lot stronger as this moves pretty much right into the west side portions of Knoxville.
Is radar south Knoxville?
Radar is.
That's north, isn't it?
Where is the radar? Oh yeah, the radar is to the north.
It's not a spike yet.
It was spiking a little bit earlier. Now it's. Yeah, that's a little bit of a spike. Hang on, let me bring up. Yeah, it's spiking. All right, yeah. So there's a hail spike on this, so it's definitely dropping at least ping pong ball size hail currently. I would not be surprised if this hail size goes up. I'm waiting for this next. Really, honestly, I'm just waiting for this next radar frame to come in here to see how this storm is continuing to. Okay, yeah.
That's golf balls.
Yeah, it's dropping golf ball size hail now. So I'd say it's currently over.
South. Basically along
Yeah.
and south of whatever
Yeah,
this
I'm
highway
sorry,
is.
saying down here. All right, might have to send our text out while doing this, guys. It's just the nature of today's event.
So while John sends out this text message here, I'll kind of jump in. You guys can see him. Obviously, he's working on sending out the text message for the Knoxville area right now. So we're looking at the storm in particular again over the Knoxville area. I'm gonna actually come over here and just kind of he's probably using his mouse.
Yeah,
So trying to find some roads. That's actually what I wanted to see. So in the Johnson Road area,
Shad
Road. What's that highway to the north there?
highway here. This is the Oak Ridge
Oak
Highway.
Ridge
I might
Highway,
use the.
so-
I'll use the Oak Ridge Highway.
So Oak Ridge Highway and to the south. So basically anything that you see that's purple along the Oak Ridge Highway and then dropping to the south. And you can basically go to where the dark red is. So the big hail, and yeah, it's getting ready to come up even more here. So a new hail marker coming in now showing storm continues to intensify. As long as it has this inflow notch right here, we're going to see the hail size continue to try to come up. So the storm is now cycled. I'm using my fingers here, which you can't see, but the storm is now cycled. So our new updraft region is going to be right in here with the inflow notch coming in right here to the south. So right in here is where the big hail is going to continue to develop. Storm's going to move southeast into Knoxville. Knoxville proper is going to get blasted here. So, and if anything's indications here, the hail size probably continues to go up on this storm.
I just have to record for quarters.
Yeah, that's what they do
wrong,
best.
wrong thing.
It's like, oh, there's the 2-inch marker.
Alright.
And this Lenore City, what's that one? I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's a texting area as well.
Yeah.
It's 5,000 people in there.
It's part of the
Okay.
Knoxville area. It's in our new texting thing. I'm not sure if this
Okay.
one's dropping.
It's gonna be
If this one's
close.
dropping golf balls, it's gonna be pretty isolated in here, guys. But
So we've got some hail in the Lenore City area. Not
man,
not like
what?
this storm in Knoxville right now, which
All right,
is
so we got
really
the next
going to
update.
town.
Yeah, it's starting to take off now.
So this storm, what are temperatures like up here right now?
Right
Because
now,
Atlanta, we're like in the 80s.
we're in the
So
mid 70s in Knoxville.
mid to upper 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so we're
77 Knoxville.
we're
We got the
soupy.
New warning out here. Yeah, golf balls. Okay. Old story for Greenville.
At least they're paying attention. Yes, it's been hailing for the last 2 hours in Greenville, so it's still hailing. It might quit at some point, but we'll see.
Huntsville, I'm closing Nashville, bringing up Knoxville.
Yeah, so we're gonna focus on Knoxville. Did we talk about Greenville's 5-star map?
I did. Yeah, I mentioned it's a 5-star map, and we have.
This is probably gonna take the Cleveland. / Knoxville is going to go to 5-star now as well, I would assume.
Cleveland. We have the. Are we gonna put this together as one?
Yeah, it's Tennessee.
Yeah.
I put everything in Tennessee as one. So
yeah, all right, we'll do that.
So yeah, so we'll go. So this is going to go to a 5-star map.
Yeah, well, right now we have the Knoxville radar as a separate map, but we can change that pretty easily.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what happens when we're doing all this stuff live, guys. Everything we kind of move quick and change things around and everything, but what you guys you get the final product. So, all right, what was I?
It's great as you get to see it live as it happens. Though.
Yes.
So some really cool stuff coming out of this.
All right, I currently have Twitter up on my other screen. See if we start getting some pictures in at some point, but I'm not too reliant on it right now since the storm is intensifying as it's going. All right, sweet. All right, so this most recent radar update, we have a lot more greens and blues and yellows showing up here within the hail core itself. So it's definitely indicating that we have this hail, much larger hail falling now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a 3D image of it. We don't do this too often because we get a little too. Yeah, there we go. So you can see the nice tilt on the storm. Pretty healthy looking supercell here as it's moving.
Yeah, this is nice.
This is a nice storm moving through. And it popped up real quick. I mean, I can roll the radar back just like half an hour ago now. What time is it?
I mean, so we go from a shower radar picking up hail. Go to the 3D image of it, like as a shower, and look how you can right. Yeah,
I'll do it right there. We can do 3D image when
you're
it's a
gonna
little
see,
shower.
I bet there's some pink up above it.
No, not quite.
It's getting ready to make.
There you go. The pink popped up in the next
So
frame.
you can see like it was producing hail right off the bat.
And now,
of course, it's going to town right now.
Yeah, going to town now.
I feel like the hail spike is probably still there, but it's embedded in that rain to the south, so you're not gonna be able to see it. But
you can
clearly
kind of see it through.
Yeah, right there. So clearly they'll have some. Oh, there it is, right there. It's even, or even red now on the hail spike. So
yeah, we got some big hail falling.
That's impressive. Probably the 2-inch now.
And so that's moving through. We got over here in Lenore City. We also have a storm happening right now, and heading towards Farragut and Concord. This looks like smaller hail. I probably bank on a lot of quarters and half dollars. My slipping. Oh, jeez.
Where's that at?
This is the next frame update
for Knoxville.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some monster hail. Is that blue in the core?
No, it's
I don't know. Okay.
That's all right. Sorry, guys. Just a bit of silence there. We're really just seeing that most recent radar frame. We definitely have, regardless of size, there's a lot of hail falling right now in places like what's this road here? Amherst Road and Dick Lonis Road here in Tennessee in the Knoxville area. I believe this is Knoxville. If it's not Knoxville, it's one of the suburbs just outside of it. It looks like it's Knoxville though. Yeah. We're here in Knoxville, Tennessee. We've got pretty good solid amount of hail falling here. I'm gonna pop up over. I keep switching back to GR Earth because this is where the reports come in first, just to huh? Okay. Alright, we're just dealing up. The marker continues to be very large. Alright, I'm gonna have to send our text message out here, guys, so just bear with me for a minute. I'm sending a text for those of you watching. Actually, I remember.
Yeah, for now.
I'm still logged. I'm also logged into the website. One of our meteorologists here, Frank's having some technical difficulties. We're just making sure we can handle it. We have, so right now, I'm saying that we're dropping some golf ball size hail across Dick Lonis Road in Knoxville, Tennessee. And over here on Amherst Road, I believe I just said that a second ago, but okay.
Whatever. Just to refresh it. I just had to close the window and open another one.
All right. So the storm's going to town here as we're moving through Knoxville. No signs of weakening. The markers stay strong. The storm looks good. Big time. Let's see. Oh, we got. So much. There's so much hail going on. When I search hail on Twitter, we just get a lot of noise, a lot of stuff happening. Oh man, got another update. Yeah, I see the hook is still. So this storm is managing to keep its inflow ahead of all the garbage. And that's what's keeping this storm together really well here as we're rapidly approaching I-75. Probably hailing on I-75 right now between just probably past this exit. There's probably an exit here for whatever this road is. There's an exit over here. By whichever exits by Paper Mill Drive. You got big time hail coming in here as we have the storm moving through the west sides of Knoxville. Currently live here on hailtrace.com. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. I'm pretty dry mouth. Big time storm is happening pretty much all afternoon. Storm started up this morning as soon as I got to the office about 8:45 in the morning Central Time in Joplin, Missouri. I had some quarters, the $50 size hail, some isolated ping pong balls. We had a lull for a few hours, and then storms fired up in Tennessee and just kept going through the whole state of Tennessee. Now we have storms here in Knoxville, dropping pretty large hail here. Cleveland, Tennessee is definitely right now the best storm that happened so far today. They had widespread 2-inch hail to possibly up some tennis ball size hail as well. We also had isolated storms form in South Carolina, and they moved through the Greenville area. I'm going to bring back the radar here to show you guys. The fact that you see lots of golf ball and 2-inch reports coming in shows there was good big time hail here. We had 2 storms move through, both producing at least golf ball size hail. The first hailstorm we actually had a baseball size hail in portions of Greenville and Greer. Excuse me. We had some storms happening here. The next place we're really going to watch outside of what's happening currently, obviously in Knoxville, is storms forming out ahead of this complex here in the Atlanta area. One of these is bound to take off, so it really depends on where it ends up happening. So we're watching this very closely. We have our full team here, so we will be on top of this. And even if we turn off the stream from covering the Knoxville storm, we will kick back in if the Atlanta metro area does look like it ends up being under the gun. So just again, to recap, we have storms trying to get themselves together and form near Atlanta and may continue to form. We have storms that are moving out of the Greer and Greenville area now that had dropped up to baseball size hail in a couple spots, making us have a 5-star map. And now it looks like, based on, curious to see what comes out of Knoxville here, we may have 2 5-star maps today, which I don't think we have done in a while now. So
since 2014.
Since 2014 is what it was. All right, so looks like we are. Yep. Yeah. Wow. Boy, that radar. This most recent radar frame here is that has some dark purple. So there's some very high volumes of hail. Looks like it's trying to get right here. Where it looks like the storm in Knoxville is trying to combine with other storms here. Got turned into a line, but this is still embedded within the line, and it is. Man, it's just blasting this area right now over right by I-75. That's some deep DBZs here, some pretty intense hail falling across the area. If anybody has any questions or comments you have, if you like this video, please share it on Facebook or any other social media device. And of course, you can make comments here in the comments section of the live stream, and we will answer them as quickly as we can, whether it's me talking or someone else answering it through the text chat, and we will get to you as soon as we possibly can. Alright, I'm checking out, let's see, I'm taking a second here and I'm thumbing through Twitter a little bit. Hail, that's safe, hail. Paw Plains Road, huh? Curious, where's that? Okay, alright, I'm getting a couple pictures from the Knoxville area here, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like there's a ton of hail. Some pretty big hail happening. This picture is from Paw Plains Road. Looks like he's got a handful of ping pong balls. So looks like we are. Yeah, we're gonna. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet here. I'm just trying to thumb through and see what's happening. Yeah, so the hail, high volumes of hail, for sure happening, and
Paw Plains Road is in a rural area off Highway 40 in Lenoir City.
Oh, okay. So that's where it is. Okay, so that's storm. A bunch of ping pong balls. That makes sense.
CC has just dropped pretty low on this Knoxville storm.
It did, yes. So we can see here, it looks like we might be having the fallout happening right now of the big time hail that was spinning around up in the storm. Very low CC is happening right now over Highway 11 and North Shore Drive. There's definitely some big hail falling right now in the southern Knoxville area. Oh, I'm gonna call from there. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm in the. Okay. Yeah, I'm still doing the stream, so. Cool. Alright. Sorry guys, just getting chit-chatting with Derek in the other room. But yeah, so we have the storm right now. The low CCs definitely indicates we got some big time hail happening right now. Again, over the very specifically even just over Crestwell Drive. And just overview here, the storm is moving through west sides of Knoxville, moving fairly quickly. Got a hail time probably well, actually it's got a pretty solid quarter, so 6 or 7 minutes, and as continues to move through. Let's see if getting no reports in here still, man. It's always the little moments of anxiety of how big is this hail gonna be? You know, what reports are we getting here? Are we getting pictures? Any reports from National Weather Service? What we got going on? So.
Five Guys, but it's not big.
The Five Guys in Knoxville. Oh, we also have the problem of we got a lot of. Yeah, it looks like at the very least we have a lot of hail happening.
An intersection with this picture.
So. Yeah, big time hail happening here, guys. All right, yeah, looks like this little core here might be your jackpot region, as we just have pretty intense CCs staying fairly low. I'm actually sending out another text message.
Yeah.
Enough time has passed.
Okay, it's in there.
Nice.
For us to send our text. So. A lot of text messages being sent out today, guys, for this storm, for a bunch of storms, honestly. As we just had quite a bit of hail. The dynamics were in place for a very prolific hail-producing storm day. And we are definitely seeing that happen as we had quite a bit of storms across the entire risk area. So yeah, peppered across the risk area, very large hail. It looks like now the storm is starting to weaken a little bit as it's moving through Knoxville, as it is starting to fall apart a little bit here. It's getting eaten up by the line, but did what it needed to do essentially. It went up real fast as a shower, made some hail, and now it looks like it's dropping out that big hail. Oh, we got a new warning here. It's probably for quarters, of course. Yes. No reports come in. The warning stays for quarters. That seems to be the mantra of most of the National Weather Service. So, yeah, the storm is on a weakening trend as well. So, I guess I can't knock them too much. We got the the warnings for what's to come up ahead. So continuing south here, people on the Governor John Sevier Highway, you're gonna probably get some quarter, $half size hails pretty soon here as this storm is beginning to weaken a little bit. It's starting to lose its updraft, so we're seeing the hail sizes come down, and it's pretty much just gonna do the fallout of hail. Places probably to the north part, the northeastern sides of Knoxville. Looks like you probably had some pretty small hail, some non-severe levels of hail. I'd say like a lot of pea and penny, up to some nickel-size hail happening there. Lenore City had some ping pong ball size hail off in the rural sections. As it moving through, it probably became a lot smaller. And man, that's actually kind of interesting there. But overall, yes, this is what's happening in the Knoxville area. Gonna do another overview here. Oh, got some wind damage as well in Lenore City. So overall here we have storms that are moving through Knoxville. It's beginning to weaken now. Oh, wait, what's this? We got a warning here in Lawrenceville in Georgia. I was gonna go stop the stream, but I may be maybe making a move over here. Let's see. I'm changing off of the Greer storm. That storm has pretty much is going to continue moving through the area, the Greer Greenville area, but I'm curious about this. This is a pretty densely populated area here in the Atlanta metro region. All right, let me change this up, guys. All right, yeah, so we have this storm here in Lawrenceville. Again, if you've been watching our stream, we've had some pretty good some storms that were forming over by the Atlanta area, and they were talking about how quickly they go up and drop hail. And it looks like this storm here, as it's in Lawrenceville right now, it's gotten itself together enough where I wouldn't be surprised if, yes, it's dropping some quarter-size hail now, and that warning does definitely agree with that assessment that we probably have some quarter-size hail here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, as that's on the east side of Lawrenceville. As it looks like the Atlanta area may be starting to see a bit of action fairly soon here. Storm by Cumming is probably, no, that doesn't look too great. A lot of these storms definitely have some hail cores in them. Whether or not they're dropping a very large hail, I'd say it's probably most of them are dropping much smaller than severe level hail. But this one here in Lawrenceville, I'm keeping a close eye on it. There's nothing to the south of it either. And this little shower here let's check the echo tops and see if it. I'm gonna keep an eye on this shower here too by Mountain Park. I won't be surprised if this thing gets itself together and has plenty of population to move through if it does do so. So overall, we have check in one last time here in the Knoxville storm. Yeah, it's really starting to weaken. It's just doing its hail fallout. The marker's going down. So right now you're seeing some hail over the Alcoa Highway, and those hail sizes are going down. We're probably definitely seeing quarter-size hail, quarter, $half size hail, and that may be it. So overall, I'm going to wrap things up here for now, guys. It's been a pretty crazy day. We'll come back on if it deems necessary. So just keep an eye out for that. Overall, have a great rest of your evening, guys.